Hey there, YouTube. Stones to Gems here. Nice to meet everybody. Nice to see everyone again. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be trying to clean up everything that we had found today on our rockhounding adventure. I got a chance to go out to the agate fields where I found that Fairburn or that Fairburn looking agate, and we're going to go ahead and try to get this, let me see if I can get this set up here. Try to set this up so that you guys could see a really good close-up of everything that I pulled out, and a little explanation as to why I grabbed the things that I grabbed. For example, let's go ahead and scoot this. Let's pull this back just a little bit here. Okay, there we go. So the first one up is this guy here. And like I said, I have no idea how much detail there is on every single agate that I found. Whenever I find most of these, there's usually not much of it cleaned up. So I have no idea what exactly I'm bringing home, and whether or not it's a piece of junk and it gets tossed out with the pile, or if it's something nice and it gets cut up and sent somewhere. I would say that this one would definitely be one that I would consider having cut. The only reason I say that is because it does have a little bit of structuring on the shell of it, but it's also got these little pockets all over the place, and it looks like there might be, let me go ahead and turn my light on here, there we go. Looks like there might be a little bit of banding that's trying to form underneath the surface of it. But the reason that I picked most of these up is because when I find something like this, what I'll do is I'll immediately start looking for structural banding all over the entire piece, or something that really stands out. And then what I'll probably end up doing with a piece like this is I would end up gluing a rod to the side of it so that it can, something like this would be too small to grip in a saw to get it cut. But what I would end up doing is cutting slabs going back across the entire piece to where you would see these nice little windows of every single thing inside of it. Now, let's see if I could find one that's got a little bit more color to it, because I was finding some very bright, colorful pieces today when I was out there in the sunlight. And here, we've got artificial light, and I don't have a nice camera, but we still are finding some really pretty pieces nonetheless. I really like the skin color of this this particular agate. The reason why is because most of the time when you have like this blackish, brownish, red surface on it, usually if you were to cut it right there down the middle, you're going to open this up and see all kinds of bands and stuff inside of it. So this would be a really good one. It's already got a natural seam going along the middle of it. So I would probably hand cut this one on the saw and just run it right through the middle of that saw. But I'm not going to sit here and explain every single piece, because we've got about 100 agates or so to go through, and I want to try to keep this under 30 minutes if I can. But this one I remember picking up because I saw this little patch of red, and now I am just seeing banding and structures and colors. I would probably say that this one is a cross between a prairie agate and a bubblegum agate. It looks like I got a bubblegum stuck to it right here and right here. But nonetheless, this is still a really pretty piece. Probably just get a cut right down the middle on this one and try to get a view underneath, because what we're seeing is the top of it here, and I want to see what's inside of it on those bands. Let's go ahead and toss a couple of little ones in here. As you can hear in my bag, there's quite a lot of stuff in here. Alright, so we'll toss a big one in there, a couple little small ones. And I gotta say, I was finding a lot of color today, like a whole lot of color. Alright, let's go ahead and get the dirt off of this. I can feel a lot of dirt stuck to this one. I'm also trying not to spill on my carpet. It's not exactly a carpet, it's more like a carpet rug. But still, I don't want to get it soaked. It's cold as hell tonight, and that water that spills on there will probably end up turning to ice. Alright, so this is definitely a prairie. But again, I see these little windows of color, and about, I'd say, about 8 times out of 10, if you cut it right along the middle right here, in the middle of that color, when you split it open, you're going to see a lot of different bands and designs and structures. The other 2 times, you're going to split it open, and it's going to look like chert in the middle of it, and they ain't going to be crap. Alright, let's see. Next one. Ooh, got some color on you. And some banding. Let's go. I did not see this much banding when I picked up this piece earlier. Hells yeah. Ooh. Man, that's a pretty one. It almost looks like the end of a bone, like, you know, like a dog bone. Like if this piece wasn't here, it literally looks like the, well, we all know what it looks like. But man, look at how much color. Oh, that's pretty. What I saw when I picked up this piece was just this little window of red right here. I did not see all of that. Yeah. See how flat it is right now on this side? That's going to be perfect, because when we cut a slab going right under the skin of that, we're going to see all of that color and banding inside of it. Man, that's going to be a pretty one. Let's go. Oh, we got a baculite piece here. Found one of these guys earlier today. Thought it was really nice because it still has a little bit of the mother of pearl on it. Not much, but it looks like this one's going to clean up nicely. I'm thinking that this is going to end up revealing that the bone structure inside of the leftover baculite, which would be really, really nice. I would love to see a full baculite spinal column going right through the middle of one. Alright, next up we got a little, I think this is a little bubble gum. Nope, I'm not sure what's going on with this one. We got a little bit of banding trying to form at the top here, but not much. Otherwise, this one I think is just going to be a nice tumbler. Yeah. Like I said, they're not all perfect. Sometimes they look better than they are, and then you clean them up and you realize just that one little spot is all the color. Alright, we got another little jasper agate. Jasp agate, I guess you could say. This one's got some cool little banding, and it looks like, I can't tell if that's bone or if that's plant matter. That's kind of cool looking though. Right next to a nice little plume of jasper right here. Alright, it looks like we got another one with color and banding. Let's go. What are we looking at here? Ooh. Ooh, okay. Nice little column up here at the top. I'm seeing a weird little design. It looks like a structure design trying to form right here underneath that red cap. And then we've got a little window of banding going on right here. But what I love is this bottom. Look at how cool that looks. Like it's this perfect little wave going across right here, and then all these little like plumes that come off of it. It's an interesting one. Definitely got some interesting banding going on underneath it. I'm wondering what's inside of this guy. Alright, let's see. Next one. Okay. This one's looking a bit more crystalline. Sometimes they do come that way. This one's a little bit more quartzy. That is a structure band running right through there. And looks like we got a nice another little structure going on underneath there. I'm going to have to soak this one in some... I could probably do this one in the hydrochloric. It won't destroy it too badly. It'll get all up inside of the pockets. But yeah. I think this one's going to be interesting. I like that crystalline structure on it. Alright. Next up, we have a nice plumy red here. Very plumy red. That is interesting. Oh, yep, that's definitely that red pattern like that other one that I showed you guys. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Alright. Ooh, nice little window of red on this guy. Wouldn't expect it. If you saw that on the ground, you'd be like, alright, yeah, it's a piece of chert. They ain't got no color inside of it, and then, boom, color. Alright, that one's going to be a nice cutter. I cut some little slabs of that one. Those red jaspers really make for incredible small jewelry, like earrings and pendants and stuff like that. Looks like we got another little red jasper vein running through, what looks like chert, I think. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. I'd like to cut this little corner out right here and just maybe grind down a little ring piece that has that design in it. That would be really, really cool. Got another one here that I pulled out at the same time. This one's definitely got some banding going on with it. That is very, very pretty under that surface. Oh my goodness. Ooh, okay. Yeah, some of these are just really, really, really unique, really interesting. I'm going to have to take closer looks at these, but you guys are really seeing the close-up right now. Man, that's a nice little surface to find right there. Alright, got one more inside of the bowl before we add some more into here. Let's see what this little guy is here. Not quite sure. I think this is just a... Well, why does that look chatoyant? Look, I have like mud stuck to my fingers. Because I've been cleaning it all off inside that bowl. I don't know. This one's got a interesting little like tortoise shell design to it, I guess. I don't know. Not sure what to do with that one. That one's definitely going to be one that we'll cut. Alright, we're going to go ahead and put a big boy in there. And an even bigger boy in there. Ooh, almost fills up my water there. Let's go ahead and get this one cleaned off here. This one's a little dirty. But definitely saw some patterns in this one. I'm not going to be able to get it 100%. But oh yeah, that's going to be a nice cutter. Oh, never mind, we can already see the banding right there. Let's go. Man, this one's got some really, really beautiful bands running through there. Hells yeah. And then it's got all kinds of color. And we got another little thing of band running through there. All right. Now how about our big gigantic boy? Can you see this thing from there? Jesus. Man, that cleaned up nicer than I thought it was going to. All right. Again, this is going to be one that we will attach a rod to the side of it. It's a big old knocker, but looks like it may have some structuring inside of it. It's a little window right here that it's trying to form. And I can see these little, just the way that the patterns look up here, it looks like it wants to have patterns underneath it. Now I've seen people take ones like this and not give them the light of day. They're just like, oh, that's a big old chunk of quartz or chert, just a prairie agate, and toss it back over there. They're like, oh, that's useless. Well, when I first got out here, I looked at everything and I'm like, oh my God, this is freaking beautiful. This is gorgeous. This is incredible. And now I'm starting to see like all these little bands and patterns all over the place. And I took a piece like this one time and had it cut, and there was so many different shapes and designs. I mean, that right there alone, that little window, those little sort of caramel cream pockets right there. Yeah, that's agate banding. It's not a scratch. You'd actually see the separation of the whole thing. So this one's definitely going to be an interesting one. Especially these little windows. It keeps on showing me that it looks like it wants to be more of an agate inside than on the outside. Okay. Toss this one in there. Ooh, that's a red one. That's another red. That one looks like a bit of a surprise. Ooh, these rocks are cold. Nice one. I'm going to put this guy in there because he needs a wash. Oh, I just spilled a whole bunch of water. Damn it. I'll have to get that cleaned up. Alright, probably going to need some more hot water in a minute because they don't clean very well in cold water. I find that they clean a lot better in warm, but oh my goodness, this thing looks like a little UFO. That is cool. Hells yeah. So check this guy out. It looks like a little UFO. Like, that is so badass, though. That is all agate patterning. That looks like two different agates that smashed together because there's even more. There's more structuring running along the side of it here. Oh yeah. And I'm seeing plumes of red at the bottom. That's a solid band going all the way across this side. Ooh, this one's going to be nice to cut in half. That's a double agate. That is a separate seam of hard silica dirt that is compacted together. Oh, that's really cool. That one's going to be a special one. Alrighty. Looks like we got a nice little bubble gum here. This one might have a little bit of structuring trying to form right here on the surface of it. Alright, let's see. Oh yeah, I regret smacking this one. Remember how I said those ones with that gray skin usually have some really pretty color underneath it? Well, this one, I smacked it and a small chip came off. And I didn't see that banding inside of it, so I smacked it again. Bruh. That is a beautiful, beautiful plume of jasper and like yellow and red jasper all mixed together. I don't know why. The little circle with the dot in the middle of it. Looks like a cat. Like there's the tail, there's the back legs, there's the front legs, there's the face. Get a cat. That's kind of cool. That's really cool though. And it almost looks like a big old, like a toe print. Like there's the pad, there's the two claws, there's another pad, like petrified animal foot. But no, it's just a beautiful, beautiful plumy jasper. Oh my goodness. Look, I talk and then I'm just blown away by what I find out. The next one. Oh, that is going to be a nice little cutter as well. Ooh, I'm not sure how to cut this one, because it goes into it, so I'd have to cut like right along the edge of that one. But that's another little bubble gum mixed with a prairie. It's got a little bubble gum rooftop on it. Beautiful plumes all the way, plumes. Structuring. Oh, it's got some nice one right there. I am not even like a quarter of the way through this bag, and I'm just finding so much. I think we're just going to have to get this one split right down the middle there. This one might surprise and shock. It's got some nice little crystalline windows right here. I can feel it's real waxy. The rest of it's rough. All right. Good signs, good signs. Saw this one because it had this nice little window of red at the bottom. Bright, bright red. And the rest of it just looked plain, normal. I just want to grind away a little bit of that bottom and see how much of that red comes up, because if this is another blood agate, man, that'd be a great find. I've only found 3 this year. Ooh, okay. Okay. That one's pretty. That one's very unique. I've never seen it that, like, whitish blue or bluish gray before. Interesting. It's like a window in between the two right here. Huh. Okay. Well, we're coming up on that 30-minute marker that I really didn't want to be at for the whole video, and well, honestly, I'm shocked over and over and over again at how beautiful some of this stuff is that I found. I was not expecting every other piece to be popping out with layers like this. And guys, this is the same exact hill that I got that nice structured agate from. I went back out there and I was like, I wonder if any of the Rockhounding group remembered the directions I gave them. No. Nothing was dug, nothing was missing. It was exactly like it was when I was last out there a couple days ago. Oh, man. Again, so much banding. Little windows there. Oh man, I managed to pick up some nice little prairie agates. I think these are really going to turn out nice when I get them cut and sliced. Almost looks like a dinosaur right there, huh? A Stegosaurus imprint, but no, it's actually agate bands just running around the whole piece. Again, another prairie, beautiful bands, interesting structures on this one. Man, this one, that looks like a bubble gum stuck inside of it. Man, that's some wild patterns. Some wild. I can't speak. Some wild patterns. Tongue, move the way that I tell you to do certain words when I tell you to do the certain words. Oh. Oh. Hello. What are you? There's so much red inside of this and so many layers. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's just all the striations, and they go all the way through the entire piece. It looks like perfect agate layers, like a painted agate, but it feels like a jasper. So is it a jasper agate, or what is this one? This is an interesting one. I thought this was actually just an agate, but it looks just more like a chunk of jasper. I don't know. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright. This guy had so much mud on him and just one tiny little window of color. And I'm really hoping that the whole piece turns out nice. Just nice little plumes. It's definitely a piece of a bubble gum. I don't know what happened to the rest of it, but still pretty nonetheless. Got one more in here. This one's just a chip. This one had this one's very, very waxy. Like extremely waxy. Again, the husk of it probably looked just like that. And then it's just layers and layers of color. But this one is very, very crystalline. Very shiny, very smooth. Almost like the way that that chert or like onyx would feel whenever you break it. Onyx and obsidian. Not onyx. Obsidian is what I was trying to say. Feels the same way that obsidian would feel whenever it chips. Interesting. Okay. I'm going to pick 5 more out of here and show them to y'all. And hopefully they turn out to be some really awesome 5 final pieces here. Oh, that one's dirty, but it looks like it's got color. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Got 4 pieces in there. There's our 5th one. Okay. Again, another very waxy piece. Ooh. That's pretty. Oh, that's cool. And you would never expect it from that. Never. Ever expected. Oh, look at that. That is just like a perfect little... Man, I wish I had the whole piece to this one. This is beautiful. Man. Alright, next one. Looking at another black husk agate with some more plumes of red inside. Those blackish brown husk, and then got this little bit of red popping out of it. You got some nice plumes of red color. This one will probably like clean up a lot nicer. It looks rough because it's been weathered. But once it's been cut, it's going to be a nice little like painted window kind of scene right there. Alright, it's going to be a little bit past a 30-minute video here. But, ooh, it's a nice little cap. That's pretty. Thought it was a whole piece, but it's just a cap of one. Guess I must have snagged it up somewhere. Alright, and again, interesting little window we could see through right here. This one's definitely going to have to soak, but it has got some nice waxy windows inside of it with a lot of opportunity inside of this piece. Okay, and our last one in the bowl is a bubble gum. And is it a pretty bubble gum? No, I believe this bubble gum is a total mystery to us all. But I think that this one does have a little bit of potential in it. This might actually not be a bubble gum. I think this is actually just a nice rounded off piece of quartz. I think we got fooled. We got fooled, everybody. It's a piece of quartz at the very end. Can't be having quartz sneak its way in here. We're going to wash off Mr. Dirty as our last one then. This is the dirtiest one I had found out there. It was like completely covered in mud. All I saw was a tiny, tiny little cap of it right here. I don't want to look. I actually look when I'm washing these. I look away because I don't even want to reveal it to myself until y'all see it too. All right, our water looks like chocolate milk now. Alrighty, for the last one, I believe this is a big old bubble gum. Well, maybe not bubble gum, just a prairie. Nice little, got some nice little windows of quartz inside of it. So this one might just be very, very quartz-like. But again, guys, I've found ones like this before that had absolutely nothing, no chance that could have been anything. Cut it open, and it turned out to be everything. So who knows? Who knows? It could turn out to be something incredible. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm going to try and post another video hopefully in the next day or two. As y'all can see, that was just that one little pile there. And I still got all of that to go through. And there's tons of stuff in here. I can tell you right now, I see one. I don't even have to clean it off to see a beautiful, beautiful little window of color and design and shape. So anyways, guys, that'll be it for us for today. I'll go ahead and post some more in the next couple of days. It just depends on how cold it gets. Last night it got down to -2. Tonight it's supposed to get down to about negative... Actually, no, take it back. It's only supposed to get down to around 5 to 7 degrees tonight. So hopefully not too bad. But YouTube, everybody else, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, please do make sure you like and comment on the video. If you haven't already, make sure to click the subscribe button, because every single subscription takes this channel further and further along. And I want to see exactly how far we can really take this. Alright, guys? Until then, have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care. Bye for now.